hell is pumpkin spice? That makes the sogginess spread. So the leaves grow big and the pumpkins grow big.
Can you imagine 1 million pumpkins just going to waste?
It's that time of the year when we all go crazy for pumpkins. It's harvest season. But did you know pumpkins, if you keep them at home, will last months? And not only that, did you know they're super easy to grow? Like, all you need is a few simple tips. Which part of the pumpkin should I not be eating? All of it is edible. Like, I'm talking the skin, I'm talking the seeds, all of it. So don't throw any of it away. It's crazy. We buy it and we scoop the seeds out, right? If we're doing pumpkin carving, we scoop the seeds out. Save the seeds. Just roast them up, a little bit of cinnamon and honey in the oven, 15 minutes. They are amazing, right? Let's not waste any of the pumpkins this year. They take a lot of space to grow. What can I do with leftover pumpkin? Each year at this time of the year, thousands of pumpkins are bought, carved up, and then thrown in the bin. Those thousands of pumpkins, imagine how much land it takes to grow them, right? Just for us to carve them and throw them away. This year, right, carve them, but don't throw them in the bin.
Okay, so according to the Sustainable Food Trust, last year in the UK we grew 39.9 million pumpkins. 39.9 million pumpkins. Like, that is crazy. Imagine the amount of land you need to grow 39.9 million pumpkins. Now, of that 39.9 million, how many do you think went straight into the bin or went to waste? Maybe just carved and thrown away. Even 1 million is bad, right? Can you imagine 1 million pumpkins just going to waste? Last year, 22.2 million pumpkins went to waste. That's more than half of them that are grown. Can you imagine? More than half of the pumpkins that are grown go straight in the bin. That's nuts. 55% we're talking about. So let's think twice about, I'm not saying don't carve them, I'm just saying use them up. Like, before you carve them, roast the seeds, take the flesh out, scoop it out, make a soup. You know, they've got super trendy now to have on like Instagram to take pictures, you know. I mean, it's crazy. Buy them, enjoy them, make sure you use them up.
Save them. Here's some recipes that you can do with leftover pumpkin. Pumpkin pie, super easy one, right? That one, you're just literally roasting the pumpkin, blending it up with some spices and putting it in a pie crust. Amazing.
Now, I've been obsessed with this recipe this year. This is what I've been doing. I've been making pumpkin mac and cheese. But when I say mac and cheese, I'm using the pumpkin to make the thick velvety sauce that the macaroni goes in. And all you do is you just take the skin off the pumpkin, you roast it, and then you blend it with the milk. Like, I used the oat milk with high fat, and then you get this nice thick pumpkin milk. And then you know how you make a white sauce. You take some fat, you take some flour, you whisk it together, and then you pour on your milk. Now you do the same thing with your pumpkin milk and it thickens it up like a cheese sauce. I like to use a little bit of miso to season it up as well, a little bit of mustard. Pour that over your cooked macaroni. It's like a vegan mac and cheese or pumpkin mac and cheese. I'm obsessed with it. Seriously, some nutmeg on it is incredible. Look at this one I made. Put crispy sage leaves on the top, crispy garlic. Oh, it was so good. So here are some pumpkins that I grew this year. They weren't huge, they didn't come out that big, but I got some. Look at this one.
Or, like we do in Trinidad, we add pumpkin to our curries. Like chickpea curry, add some pumpkin to it. Beautiful. How do I store a pumpkin to make it last months? Whole pumpkins, like that haven't got any holes or blemishes, will keep for months if you keep them in a cool, dark place. Don't keep them directly on the ground because that helps moisture to build up on the bits that are touching the ground. So keep it on a bit of concrete, a bit of cardboard, completely okay. Not directly on the concrete. Once you cut it, you can certainly freeze pieces of it, no problem. Or if you plan to use it tomorrow, then just keep it in an airtight container, glass container in the fridge. Just make sure if you're gonna keep it in the fridge, take the seeds out because that makes the sogginess spread. So just keep the seeds separately, of course, roast them off. What actually is pumpkin spice? Because it tastes nothing like a pumpkin. So pumpkin spice actually has no pumpkin in it. What? Historically, it was a blend of spices that we used to cook pumpkin, especially pumpkin pie. Now, what happened was a company decided, okay, let's just bring out a pumpkin pie spice blend, and that caught on, and over time we dropped out the pie from that word and just called it pumpkin spice blend. And that is a mixture of ground ginger, ground cinnamon, ground cloves and ground nutmeg. 4 spices. That is all you need to make pumpkin spice. How long does it take a pumpkin to grow? Because those things go huge. It takes around 3 to 4 months to grow a pumpkin, and they're actually really easy to grow. You just need a lot of light and a good amount of water. All you need to do, save a few seeds from your next pumpkin, start them inside in a pot in soil. As soon as you get 4 good leaves, you can move them outside. Just make sure they're in a sunny spot, and they need a lot of space because the leaves grow big and the pumpkins grow big. After a few months, when the skins are nice and hard on those pumpkins, that's it, they're ready to eat. Is canned pumpkin as good as fresh pumpkin? Canned is pretty much as good as fresh. As long as when you check the can, it is just 100% pumpkin puree, they've done the hard work for you, so there's nothing wrong with using canned pumpkin.
Here's something fun for you though. Canned pumpkin doesn't actually just contain pumpkin. To get best quality and the best consistency of pumpkin, they use a mixture of squashes. They say this is what the FDA say, so you can actually go on the FDA website and they say that it's a mixture of firm shelled, golden fleshed, sweet squashes, or a mixture, and it says that sometimes they're mixed intentionally to make the consistency most acceptable to users. Sometimes if you really want that pumpkin pie consistency, they've blended the squashes together for you to get the consistency that you need already. I don't think there's anything wrong with using tin. Like I said, just check the label, make sure that it only contains squash and nothing else. But there's nothing wrong with just roasting off your own squash as well.
If you learned something new, hit the like button, let us know. Am I the only person that's learning here? And if you like that one, check this video because I think you're gonna like this one too.